I was getting phone calls at midnight.
Oh, you wish.
Oh, was that somebody else? Damn, no wonder she never came around. I mean, arrived. Oh, we won't go there. So, when you take on an editing role, what does that mean? What does actually the editing role do?
I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. I've known for a long time that Annemarie's had these thoughts and transcripts and things that she's kind of put together, and she's had this idea about books and writing. We share a love of books and reading, and I guess that's how it kind of came up between us. Eventually, when I saw that she had her blurb on Facebook and was asking people to help name the book, I gave her a call and said, where's the rest of the details? And I wanted to know about it. I wanted to know who Shelley was and what her journey was about. And through that process, we named the title of the book. Literally in 11 minutes. Chasing Change was born. And whilst I might have thrown the words out there, it was certainly inspired by our author. And the excitement began.
Excellent. So the book really is a bit of a journey. Somebody said before, was it a romantic comedy? Would you term it that way?
And a hilarious romantic comedy.
I always knew that Annemarie was funny. It wasn't until she was on air one day with us that I realised that she's actually a comedian. Then I went and saw her show. It wasn't the Divine Resent show, it was another show. It was her alter ego winner at Underwood, the soccer club there. Remember the heckler?
Yeah.
Yeah. The best heckler line I've ever had, I can tell you, but we were rolling in the eyes. But there was this one gentleman out there who kept on heckling her right through the first half. And I was at the point I was going to get up and go and give him a little touch-up and say, "Look, just shut up, we're trying to enjoy the show." And Annemarie, being Annemarie, dealt with it, and if I can remember the correct words that she used, she came off stage as she was singing, as this guy was still giving a hard time, walked up to him, still singing, and then sat on his lap, still singing, and then stopped. Looked this guy straight in the eye and said something like, "I heard that sex can kill. How would you like to die now?" So, works well under pressure, without a doubt, and king of the, or queen of the comeback lines, that's for sure. But that show was fabulous, and I had about a dozen people there that night, and everybody walked out absolutely felt like they got great value for money, that's for sure. So what we'd like to do now, Melissa's got something here that she's put together she'd like to read for you, and it might give you some flavour and some insights on this fabulous book called Chasing Change. Melissa.
Thank you, sir. I have two fears in life. They are geckos and public speaking. So, truly, it makes me want to run screaming in the opposite direction. So this morning...
She loves me this much.
Yes, I do. So this morning I thought I'd throw together what I wanted to say, and it turned out that I said everything on paper, what I really truly did want to say, so I'm going to share that with you. Like I said, being a book enthusiast, when I first heard of The Adventures of Shelley's was back on Anne-Marie's mind, and her intent was to publish it for everyone to read, criticise, adore, reflect on. I was thrilled for her. I knew if anyone could pull off a hilarious rom-com that depicts outback Australia as a debut novel, it would certainly be Annemarie. Actually, and I say this with admiration, maybe a touch of envy, is there anything you can't do, woman? After seeing the shout-out for ideas for a book title and reading the blurb, my interest was piqued, and I called Annemarie and pumped her for information. Like I said, I wanted to know who Shelley was and what her journey was all about. As we were discussing those details, Chasing Change was born. Upon reflection, I can't think of a more fitting title for your first book. So while it's true I'm responsible for throwing those two words out that inhabit the front cover, they were in fact inspired by the author herself. That being said, when Annemarie offered, or perhaps I coerced you, either one, I'm not sure yet, into sending me the rough draft for the edit, I was beside myself with excitement. With the printed manuscript in hand, a bunch of fancy coloured marking pens, and the obligatory glass of wine, off I set on my task, delving into the world of Shelley. Now, the introduction, for those of you that have read the book, to Shelley is a wild ride in itself. Her life is in serious disarray, and the portrayal of her dysfunction had me turning the pages as fast as I possibly could. I actually laughed out loud when Shelley and her best friend Kate came up with the idea to stalk the husband-stealing skank, and realised with absolute horror, but yet enthusiasm, that my editing job had long been forgotten. And to my absolute delight, that not only was I invested in a fascinating lead character, I was moved by her story. And so began my journey with Annemarie, the author. I tried to find the words to summarise why I fell in love with the book and describe why I found myself so invested in the story. Perhaps it's simply because it's a relatable tale and a fabulously entertaining one. A moving portrayal of a woman who had to lose herself to find herself. Sound familiar? Maybe it's because most of us have experienced a soul-destroying heartbreak that made us act a little crazy and led us to rediscover ourselves. But mostly it's because everyone deserves a best friend like Kate, longs for a soulmate like Robert, and desires himself a Sergeant Gary. Everyone should at least host or attend one Rubik's Cube party in honour of the colours and characters that just make that sound like epic fun. And at least once in our lifetimes, we should embark on an adventure into the unknown, find ourselves appreciating the beauty and serenity of surroundings and valuing the connections to random strangers you meet along the way. Sure, you may just find yourself stranded in the middle of nowhere, having your immediate possessions stolen, but it also may lead you into the arms of a community rich with welcome, a hot sergeant, some lifelong friends, and a whole lot of fun. I really do have a thing for the sergeant. Can you bring him back?
He's actually just a figment of my romance stuff.
He's coming back.
Sorry about that.
If you want to know more how it all comes together, then you must read the book. And I think I speak for myself, Sarah, and everyone else who has read it. When's the sequel?
Okay, I can't.
Now, as a reader, I laughed out loud, sighed heavy with frustration, felt the sadness, and shared the love of all the characters. As a trusted editor, even though I hear there were still a few mistakes in the final run, and friend, I called Annemarie a million times, rambling with excitement and talking through her ideas and expectations from the character's perspective. Woman, it's been a crazy ride. I have loved every moment, every phone call, every text, every email. The long ones, the short ones, the late night ones, the early morning ones.
Sorry, are we talking about the book now?
It's all relevant. I feel proud and privileged to have been a part of this chapter of your life, and I congratulate you on your success.
Well done, Melissa.